Hey Zadie, can you tell me the history of the Azteca?
VHY do you want this?
Just please explain it.
Fine you little but
It was one of the greatest cities in the world, larger than London, more dazzling than Paris, and in just 2 years it fell. This is the story of how a handful of Spanish conquistadors brought down the mighty Aztec Empire with steel, sickness, and betrayal. Before the Spanish arrived, the Aztecs ruled over millions. At the heart of it all, Tenochtitlan, an island city of canals and stone, home to over 200,000 people. Built on a lake with massive causeways, bridges, and floating gardens, it was an engineering marvel, the heart of the empire. The Aztec society was deeply religious. Every building, every ceremony, every battle for the gods. They believed blood kept the universe in balance. The empire was young but powerful, built on war, tribute, and expansion, and their gods always hungry. In 1519, Hernand Cortez landed on the coast of what's now Mexico with just 600 men, 16 horses, a few cannons, and endless ambition. He wasn't supposed to be there. His expedition was technically illegal, but Cortez knew something. These lands were rich in gold, in people, and in power. He marched inland, burning his own ships to make retreat impossible. And what he lacked in numbers, he made up for in manipulation. He formed alliances with native peoples who hated Aztec rule, promised freedom, delivered conquest. At first, it was diplomatic. Moctezuma II, the Aztec emperor, welcomed the Spanish. He sent gold, he sent gifts. Some believe he thought Cortez was the returning god Quetzalcoatl. Others think it was a political strategy, trying to manage the invaders without bloodshed. But the Spanish were driven by greed. Gold poured in, and they wanted more. Within days, they seized Moctezuma, held him hostage in his own palace. It was a power play, one that lit a fuse under the entire empire. The Spanish struck during a sacred festival. Hundreds of unarmed Aztec nobles were slaughtered in their own temple. It was a massacre, and the city erupted. Moctezuma was dragged before his people, a puppet, a traitor. He was hit by a stone, and later died. How exactly? No one knows. The Spanish tried to flee. What followed was a nightmare, La Noche Triste, the Night of Sorrows. Hundreds of Spanish and their native allies died trying to escape the city. The survivors crawled back to the coast, bloody, broken, but not done. Cortes regrouped. He returned with thousands of indigenous allies, enemies of the Aztecs, warriors with old grudges and new weapons. But the deadliest weapon wasn't man-made. It was smallpox. The disease hit Tenochtitlan like a plague from the gods. It killed tens of thousands, including the new emperor. The city was weakened spiritually, physically, politically. And in 1521, Cortes began the final siege. The siege lasted 75 brutal days. Water was cut off, food ran out, disease spread like wildfire. Spanish built brigantines, small warships, and blockaded the lake. No one escaped, no one was spared. The Aztecs fought with everything they had, but it wasn't enough. Spanish cannons crushed stone temples, allied forces flooded the streets. On 1521, August 13th, the last emperor, Cuauhtemoc, was captured. Tenochtitlan fell, and with it, an empire. The Spanish didn't just conquer, they buried, they renamed, they rebuilt. Tenochtitlan became Mexico City, capital of New Spain. Churches rose where temples once stood. A new empire was born from the ashes of the old, but the Aztec spirit didn't vanish completely. It survived in language, in music, in food, and in the blood of millions. Nahuatl words are spoken today. Aztec imagery decorates currency, murals, and national pride. The Aztec Empire fell to steel, to disease, to betrayal, but also to timing, a world changing faster than anyone could see. The story of the Aztecs is not just about conquest, it's about what comes after, how cultures collide, how memory resists. The empire's gone, but the people? They're still with us.